Stein. I'm here making another video for Hacienda at the River. I'm here with Oscar and Luri Lou, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit about, we're not going to do Tai Chi per se, but I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the concepts in preparation for when we can all be together and we can start doing the different forms. And I wanted to talk to you specifically today about breathing. There is a breathing technique in Tai Chi that I think is very useful for us, and so I want to make sure that you guys have all the information that you need to be able to practice it. And the Dantian is a point in your body. It's like 3 fingers below your belly button and 3 fingers internal. It's like the center of your body. If you like the top and the bottom, and it's like this is the center, and the sides, and this is the center. And in the traditional Chinese way of thinking and the Tai Chi way of thinking is that this is the center of your energy, and it's the point where the energy gathers and then it can be distributed throughout your body. And if you have good energy, then you have good health, you feel well, you're able to concentrate easily, you're happier, you're calmer. And so I think we should make use of some of these concepts and see if they can help us. The Dantian breathing, I believe, has been helping me, and so I think it will help you too. So the way to start is you can put your hands here on the bottom of your abdomen, like underneath your belly button. And when you inhale, and if you're breathing well and deeply, when you inhale, your stomach should expand a little bit. Inhale, it expands. Exhale, it relaxes and goes back. Now, I know that this might be a little bit, you might find the opposite. Some of you have come to me and said, well, it's the opposite. When I inhale, my stomach goes in, and when I exhale, then it relaxes back out. And I have like an idea for that later, but for right now, I want you to just know that it should be, when you breathe in, if you're relaxed, and if you're holding in your stomach when you breathe in, then you're probably trying too hard. So don't try, just do, as Yoda would say. So we're going to just inhale, and the stomach pooches out, and then we exhale, and it goes back. Now I want you to think about this little spot, this little Dantian spot, and you can think of it, there's a couple ways of thinking about it, and one way of thinking about it is you can think about it as a little flame. There's a little flame down there, which is your energy. And so you think about the air going into your nostrils and coming down and fanning that flame. And so that flame gets a little bit brighter, doesn't it? Because it has more air. And that's another way to think about it. So you breathe in, hands expand, exhale, and the flame gets a little bit brighter. That's one way to think about it. You can think about your anatomy too in how you breathe. You have 2 kinds of muscles. So you have this rib cage that protects your heart, and your lungs are in there, and the ribs kind of expand as you breathe in, and then they kind of relax back as you exhale. The intercostals between the ribs, there are muscles that help you breathe, and they do about 80% of the breathing when you're doing just relaxed breathing. You also have a diaphragm that sits about here. I brought my anatomy book from school, and so I was going to show you, because, gosh, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words, right? So I'll just show you, and I won't have to talk so much. So right here So these are your ribs that go across on both sides. Your lungs are in there, your heart is in the middle there. These are your intercostals in between the ribs, and they help you breathe. Okay, so they kind of help they help push apart the rib cage so you have more room for air. But your diaphragm, which is a nice big muscle, and this is, you can kind of see there's a lot of items here, but this is part of your diaphragm. It goes up and comes around here, so it goes all the way across. All right, and your diaphragm like sits here, and in its relaxed state, it's up here, kind of resting against the bottom of your ribs and your lungs and your heart area. And when you expand and when you engage the diaphragm and it contracts, it actually pulls down and it brings in more space into your lungs. Like you have like more expansion into your lungs, and you can bring in even more air. So you breathe in, and you breathe out, and it relaxes back up. Now, do I have enough room to do this? I'm going to turn. Okay, and then I'm going to sit at the edge and turn, and you can kind of see. So I'm going to breathe that way, and so you can see I'm breathing in, and then I'm breathing out. Can you see my hands move? So the reason that happens, and the reason that needs to happen, is because like when your diaphragm is here and you've got all these like intestines and your liver and the kidneys are down here and the bladder, like all these things down here, and then your diaphragm contracts and pushes down, all of these things have to go somewhere. So some of you, a couple of you have said that like when you breathe in, your stomach goes in, but that is you, like, I don't know, maybe you were in ROTC, or you were in the armed services in your past, or but you stand at attention. It's like you're not using your diaphragm. And you might not be breathing to your optimal. So it's a habit that we should work on a little bit. So you breathe in and relax. Now, the reason that this is useful is that if you can bring in more oxygen, then of course your whole body has the fuel that it needs to work better. Your mind has more oxygen, all of your bloodstream has more oxygen to take to your muscles and your joints and your internal organs, and everything can be healthier, and you're going to feel better, and there's only good things that can come from that. So this is one reason why I wanted to talk about it, and I wanted to give you a chance to practice it. I'm looking at my notes because I want to cover everything. Okay. The other thing that I want to say about it, and then we're going to practice it a little bit together, is that they've found that getting back to not just the deep breathing, but the Dantian breathing, they have found that the Dantian breathing can help strengthen your internal muscles. And a lot of your abdominal muscles are they're not real strong movers. They don't move. Like if you want to strengthen your biceps, you pump some iron, right? And then biceps get stronger. But this whole area is a little bit different than that. And so you have to do things a little bit more subtly. But the Dantian breathing as it is can increase your energy and your strength internally. And if this is all strong, then it's easier for you to do all of this. In fact, to do these kinds of things, you really have to engage your core, because it has to be stable. Because if I'm reaching and my core is not keeping me upright, I'm going to fall over. And so it can improve your balance, you know, this kind of breathing. It can improve all kinds of things. So let's practice that a little bit. I want you to imagine the air coming in and coming down to this little flame in the center and blowing on the flame. There's like a little bit of a wind energy, so the air comes down and then it comes out. Of course, the air doesn't go all the way down there. The air stays in your lungs, but it helps you to maximize your breathing. And this little chi point, you know, Chinese medicine has like centuries behind it of you know, they were able to keep themselves healthy through this method, which is very different from the Western method. But you know, as they do research, they're finding that a lot of the Tai Chi concepts actually have a reality in Western medicine as we figure out how the body works. So breathing is free, it's easy, it's something that we do anyway, so we might as well use it for our advantage. And then the other thing that I think is that, you know, with this virus that tends to attack the lungs, if we have this habitual pattern of knowing how to breathe deeply, it's only going to help us. Okay, so let's practice this a little bit. We're going to breathe in. And out. You can breathe in and out through your nose, or some people like to breathe out through their mouth. I don't know that it really matters, but you want to concentrate with the air down in your lower abdomen and let the abdomen expand. There's a natural expansion. So let's do that again. Let's breathe. Let's just do a little bit of breathing like that. Go at your own pace. And if it becomes uncomfortable, just like I always say, work within your own comfort zone. If you need to stop and just breathe naturally and just watch the video for a while, that's fine too. So work within your own comfort zone. So let's do a little bit of breathing. We'll breathe in and out. And in and out. Now as I breathe out and the air leaves, and then I have again, don't try too hard. In Tai Chi you don't have to, you try like 10% of your effort, and just a little bit of contraction of the internal muscles as I breathe out. Kind of like if you have to go to the bathroom, but you're not at the bathroom yet, so you kind of have to hold it a little bit. Like you're like holding it while you get to the bathroom. It's kind of like that, but not too much. Like you can almost just think about it and get that to happen. You don't have to put in a lot of effort here. So it's more, the effort is more with the concentration than the actual doing of it. So we're going to breathe in and exhale. And a gentle squeeze. Be able to see I'm going at my pace, but my fingers are moving slightly. Okay, so that's Dantian breathing, and I invite you to practice that a few times throughout your day. You know, I mean, you probably have some extra time on your hands, and so what are you going to do with it? And so you're waiting for them to deliver your lunch, or you're waiting, you know, you're hanging out. I don't know, you're waiting for a phone call. But you can sit and do the Dantian breathing anytime, anywhere. You can be standing somewhere. You can be standing in line at the bank. You can be, you can be anywhere. You can be laying in your bed, which reminds me, for those of you that have this, like my stomach goes in when I breathe in, I want you to try this trick, and let's see if this works. I want you to lay in your bed as you're laying flat in your bed, and just relax and just breathe normally. And you're just kind of like hanging out. And then at some point, I want you to just put your hands on your lower abdomen and just notice. Don't try to do anything. Just, you know, don't try to breathe. The breathing will just happen. Don't try to hold anything. Don't try to contract anything. Just notice what your hands are doing. And it'll probably be easier laying flat to notice that your stomach does like pooch out a little bit and come back in when you breathe. When you breathe in, it pooches, and when you breathe, if you're relaxed. And so practice that way. Practice lying. If that's lying on your bed, lying flat, see if that works for you. And we will be getting together, and if I come up with any more ideas, or maybe my teacher might bring me some ideas, then I will share them with you for sure. And if you're having a particular problem, you know, try to get word to me through like Kathy or Gloria or Chelsea, and I'll try to address that particular thing. But I think for us right now, just practice deep breathing and doing the Dantian method and keeping that in mind is not going to hurt, and it certainly can't hurt, and it's going to help us. So why wouldn't we do it? Okay, so I lost Oski, but Pop is still here, and we wish you good health and happiness, and take good care of yourselves. I am looking forward to seeing you soon.